Good day, everyone. My name is Kelly Mauricia, and I am the Mental Manifester. I was just sitting this morning. I'm doing my readings for the month and doing some self-reflection, and a thought dropped into my mind, and I wanted to share that with you all today. Now, this doesn't necessarily apply to me, but then in a way it does. Because just taking a survey and inventory, I'm always looking at an inventory of myself internally and taking inventory of the people and the things that I am attracting that are around me, because I know the principles and the laws of vibration and the law of attraction. Of course, everybody, that's like a big buzzword, but deeper than that and further and more fundamental than that is the law of frequency and vibration. There are really a lot of laws, to be able, universal laws to put together to manipulate or choose to bring in what you want to bring in or keep out what you want to keep out. I'm saying that to say, I understand fundamentally, what that means and how to implement that into my daily life so that I can create the experience that I want to have and live every day. And so what came into my mind was people that constantly are unsatisfied with the types of friends that they have. You'll see posts or you'll hear conversations about how, people are, I don't have any good friends, or, I don't have anybody that supports me, or, I just don't have good people around me, and I feel like I would like to speak directly to those types of people that are, again, having those types of experiences and conversations and really do desire quality, uplifting friendships that they can transition to different phases in their lives with more positive, more upward momentum phases in their lives, right? And so my answer to that is, if you want better quality friends and better quality things and just different things attracted to your life. Let's just say you're bored and you're like, it's got to be better than this. If you want those types of things, the simple answer is to change yourself. And I'm going to go into that word change because, I don't struggle with the word change because I understand what that means. But I like to always really over define things so that people can understand, because, one word to one person may mean something and it could be negative, but you meant it, totally in a different way. It has layers to what you meant. And unless you can really articulate that, what you mean by that, people can just misconstrue it and take it and run with it. But when I say change, I mean improve. I mean prune. I mean to sit with yourself and be introspective. I mean to ask the questions to spirit and to the universe that, if there's anything in me that is not allowing growth and not allowing my highest good, if there's anything in me that is blocking me, show that to me so that I may remove it. And then giving me the strength, the courage, and the discipline to remove the things that are hindering you. And the deal is that those things that are in your life that are hindering you, that are causing blocks, that are causing the types of attractions that you are getting, those things didn't just happen overnight. They happened since inception, since the womb. You've been having programming and things of that nature. And, be it social, via religion, via your family unit, you're getting programming, just as the moment, conception is, you're getting programmed. And so it's super important that at whatever stage of life this happens for you, that you just get introspective and you look around. And if you're dissatisfied with anything in your life, I'm talking about friends, but that could be career. It could be, a lot of people, and we all have been through this, most of us have been through this, where you're just kind of looking around and you're like, it's got to be more to life than this. You're just kind of waking up and existing. And I've been seeing this, and I think it's such a beautiful meme that, you have mastered survival mode. What happens when you learn how to master living? And that is so quintessential, so profound for me because, I have to say that I've lived a very good life. I chose amazing parents. I believe that the energy of children chooses their parents. They choose the parents that they want to have, the units that they want to come into, the families. Listen, I chose a dynamite family second to none. However, and not saying that we're perfect, but they're mine, and I love them, and I love the dynamic, fundamentally of how we are and the principles that were instilled in us. I love that tremendously. But I said that to say that, from those very beginnings, we really do have an opportunity at whatever stage in life. Some people get this, I believe it or not, some people get this as children. Some people get it in their teenage years. Some people get it in their 20s. I got mine in my 30s, where I realized that I really did have much more. In fact, I had 100% control and sovereignty over my life and the types of things that I attracted and allowed and called forth in my life. And that comes through, going back to the top of, this conversation, of vibration and frequency, choosing how I'm going to believe, choosing what my beliefs are, period. Omitting things that no longer served me, because, as we all grow, I know in church they used to say every round goes higher and higher. And as we all grow and go to these different rounds, there are some rules and principles that fall off because you no longer need them. They do not apply to you. You just really have no use for them. They do not serve you for your higher good any longer. And you have to be brave and bold enough to sometimes not just go against your own programming yourself because you're in discontentment, you're not in alignment, you're out of alignment, but sometimes just going against the masses. And that does take a level of bravery. It takes a level of courage, but it also takes you just really remembering who you are. I tell people when I do coaching, because I do some business coaching, but I do more life coaching, more people that are transitioning from religion into spirituality, or people that are their gifts are starting to show up all of a sudden and they're like, what the hell is going on? I do a lot of coaching with individuals, male and females, regarding that subject matter. And we just teaching not just the importance, but like I said, the power that you have, the power, that's a very good word, the power and authority that you have to create, what you choose, what you want, and being willing, because a lot of people are unwilling because of fear. A lot of people are unwilling because of social stigma. A lot of people are unwilling because they don't want to change the dynamics and the relationships they have with people. And truth, and every time you change something about yourself, be mindful, because you're changing your frequency. When you change something about yourself, it could be as simple as I'm taking more me time, I'm meditating more, I'm praying more, I'm fasting more, I'm getting massages once a month because my body's hurting, and my body, I want my body to be, feeling good. I'm taking care of I'm taking my supplements, I'm journaling. It could be just simple things like that. Any kind of self-improvement, okay? Any type of investment in yourself. I guarantee you, this is not like, it can happen. It may happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. You're going to reattract. You're going to change your vibration, your frequency, and you're going to begin to attract a different type of people that are more conducive to where you are currently. And the people that were satisfied with where you are, or that benefited in the slump that you were in, they're going to fall off because you no longer serve them. And not even to their higher good, just serve them, period. And so it's good ways to see kind of one-sided situations. It's a good way to see low vibrational situations. And when I say low vibrational, if you're new to these concepts, if you would just Google, I'm gonna try to skim through it. I do teach a class called Back to the Basics, and if you wanted to get with that, you can go to my website and take a look at some more of the classes that I offer. I'll try to post a link of that class, Back to the Basics, because everybody's on different journeys right now. So, I'm more supposed speaking to the people that kind of already understand some of these basics. But if you're interested, make sure that you click on that link so that you can take that online class. It is a 3-course class. I've never seen anything as complete and whole and just an amazing tool, to get you started and to understand the fundamentals of what I'm talking about. But vibration, just understanding that there are feelings and emotions that are low vibrational. There are feelings and emotions that are high vibrational. And the lower vibrational emotions, some of them are shame, guilt, anger. When you feel those types of things, they pull in energies that are like energies. They're going to pull in more guilt, shame, and anger, and loneliness, and depression. They're going to pull in more things like that, okay? And then the things that are higher vibrational, happiness and peace, those nature, you will attract more things that are enlightened and have peace and joy and love of those natures. And so, you want to always be mindful of that. When you're mindful of, literally, like, that is, and it's so ingrained into me now, I don't have to try to think about it. It is just a part of who I am now, that I always keep my vibration and my frequency up because I know that a moment is just a moment. But the right move in the right moment can literally be a paradigm shift for the bigger picture. I'm always mindful that even in any moment, that a decision you have to be mindful that any decision, every thought, word, and deed will manifest. Every thought, word, and deed that comes out of my mouth will manifest. I do believe in my divinity. I believe that I am God. And so I know that when I speak, things happen. And so I have to be careful whether on the right hand or the left hand, when I speak, it will happen. And so I'm always mindful again of the energy that I want to put out, of the energy that I want to maintain, of the vibration and the frequency that I want to maintain. So that I'm not caught up in the moment and attracting something that I don't desire, but that I remember again that moment is so small and it has nothing on the bigger picture of what you're creating. And so again, I said all that to say, being mindful of frequency and being mindful of vibration. What are you putting out? What are you putting out that are attracting the type of people that you're getting in your life? And if you want to change that, it's very easy. It's very easy. I laugh now because it's not very easy, but it's doable. That's what I want to say. It's doable. And my biggest advice I would tell people is, please do not try to launch out into the deep. What I tell you to do is learn. Get with people, get with a group, get with a tribe that you feel connected to. And take your time and be very tender and patient with yourself. Do you hear me? Be very tender and patient with yourself. Don't rush yourself. Don't rush processes. Enjoy, be mindful, and appreciate and honor the moments that you're in, the moments of growth. Be patient when you don't get it, because you know this. It's a cycle. The life we live is a cycle. It's cyclical. Cyclicals are circles, and they will come back around, and you will get an opportunity to show the strength in your new muscle as you keep being consistent with changes, as you are making changes a habit. They will cancel out the negative or I hate to use the word negative, or the undesirable programming that is in your subconscious mind. They will do that for you, and you will begin to make different choices. You will begin to respond differently to things. You will begin to feel differently about things. Those things, those small little subtle things, healing yourself, dealing with things, not suppressing them. Any seed that is buried will grow. I guarantee it. And most of the time, like I said, during coaching sessions, you can tell me all day that you have forgotten about something or that you're not worried about something anymore. But as you keep talking, I'm going to tell you, baby, that's fruit. That seed grew. And whether you knew it or not, that thing snuck up on you. And it now has produced fruit in your life. And so, that's what somebody like me will do. I'm just your friend. I'm a coaching friend. It's not a scary thing. I'm an intuitive coach friend. So sometimes you just I don't get into arguments with anybody. And you may not like me when we get off the phone, but if you just write down what I say and come back to me at a later date and tell me that you love me, that's great. I'll take that. You don't have to say I was right. Just tell me that you love me, okay? I love. So just remember at what you're putting out. And if you are unsatisfied with the type of people that are around you, I saw something the other day and I loved it. It said, if you were surrounded with 4 mediocre people, congratulations, you were the 5th mediocre person. If that applies to any of you, if any of you are, like I said, feeling discontentment, dissatisfaction with who you're attracting, with what you're attracting, where your life is, I implore you to really be introspective and look at the energy that you're putting out. Look at your vibration. Look at your frequency. It will match what you're getting back. And if you want to change what you're getting back, if you want to change what you're bringing in, you are a magnet. So you yourself have to improve. You have to do self-development. You have to seek out ways to better yourself. You have to literally do things that are long-lasting. You have to do things that are proven, that are universal. Like anybody can do this. Anybody. It's for everybody. It's anybody can do it. That you can like I said, digest it, that it can be substantial. It's like this. Don't bust out with this keto diet. I know everybody talks about this keto diet, okay? And yes, listen, y'all know me. You lose a lot of weight. If you've been following me for the last 3 years, I have been 190 pounds. I've been 350 pounds. You lose a lot of weight on the keto diet. But the biggest thing I want to stress with you is the maintenance, the sustainability of it. And if anything you're doing to try to improve yourself cannot be sustained over long period of time. In fact, you can look at fucking other people and see that they can't even sustain what they're trying to teach and tell you. If they cannot try to sustain what they try to teach and tell you, it's not sustainable. It's not. And so you want to find something that's sustainable, that's long-lasting, that's legit, that's real, that's genuine, and that allows you to feel control and power and sovereignty. And so that's why I implore to you to change yourself, change your vibration. When I say change, I've just defined in 14 minutes. I've just been defining change. It's just self-improving. It is becoming more like your higher self. Your higher self is the most perfect form of you. And all you're doing every day is getting closer and closer to the person that you imagined as a child, that version of you as a child that was perfect, that was living life like it was golden, that couldn't nobody tell you nothing. That's the closest thing to your higher self that you've ever experienced. Get to that person, and you do that through self-improvement. You do that through introspective. You do that through being honest with yourself, admitting things, being brave enough to let things go that no longer serve you. Being honest, like stop holding on to things because they're tradition, because tradition needs to be traded in. Tradition was good for some. The traditions of some, they were good for them, but we're in different places right now, and some of those traditions no longer serve us for our higher good. And so you have to be honest and brave with yourself. And remember, the last thing before I close, that this life is yours. Nobody lives it for you. We all are responsible for the energy that we put out. Nobody should ever have a stronger voice in your life than you. No one's opinions or views or beliefs should trump and supersede what you know and feel in your gut and your spirit is right. Be mindful of scare tactics. Be mindful of fear. Abolish it. Shame it. Question everything. And remember, keep your vibration high. Keep your frequency high, your thoughts high, to attract the desirable things that you want in your life. Remember, Kelly Marisha, The Mental Manifester. You can follow me on all social media at The Mental Manifester, MANIFSTER. You can follow me online as well at thementalmanifester.com. I have a host of different products on there. My goal is to help you. My commitment is to help as many people that are open and willing as possible. I love myself, and I love you all. Take care.